Hello.
Hello.
I like your background.
Thanks. Video blocks has a lot of good ones. Is Marley going to be on this?
Yeah, she should be coming soon.
There she is.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Do you guys mind checking your schedules and seeing if we can move this meeting to earlier in the week? It's just that, by the time Friday comes around, I'm usually pretty burnt out and running on autopilot. Don't have a lot of energy in my brain. So let's see. So you guys want to give me an update on things, and then I'll give you what's on my notes here.
Yeah, so I just watched, Anna sent a couple of videos and I just watched them and gave her some feedback. She's been making her videos in Square, and I recommended that she switch to landscape because she did screen recording for these ones, but a lot of what she was trying to show was actually cut off because of the size of the video. So I told her to fix that, and then she was still using some static images as well. So I told her to look in Storyblocks and see if she could find any moving footage to replace the static images. I haven't received a new video from Kelly this week yet.
Did she say why?
No, it looks like she's been logging time, so I'm not sure. It looks like most of the time she's logged has been on Canva and CoSchedule.
Okay.
I didn't get any videos from like either of them, but I just went into Animoto and just like looked myself. I looked at, I noticed that Anna's making a lot of Square videos, and I noticed that they're not, I don't know if they're going to change it later, but their fonts are like different. So I have to remind them to use the Lado font. But I saw Anna was using a cool feature that I didn't even see before. It's like a burst. So it's like 9 different photos that will like cycle through really fast in like one clip. I haven't even seen that.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know, it feels like the video is starting to slow things down a little bit. So I'll give you an update on my end of things. I've been working with the blogging team, and I just hired the supervisor, as an employee, and her name is Sophie. And I think I'm going to introduce you guys to her. And the idea is, so Sophie's going to be kind of the blogging team. There's a lot less to deal with for the moment, is basically what I'm trying to say. Social media, there's just a million different things to do, and I think that's part of the problem. And maybe we need to start just focusing on 1 or 2 things at a time. So what I was thinking is that already that what we've been doing in Canva to a certain degree, I think works. And if people don't have any room to get better, maybe we need to just pause that so that they can focus on videos. You know, I just totally expect people to be getting, you know, 2 videos a week done, and obviously not perfect, but just in part of the process of all this stuff is to kind of work quickly, I suppose, and then over time improve things here and there. So what I wanted to do is I'm going to share the Canva logins with Sophie and the blogging team, and they're going to start going in there and pulling out the images that we like. And using the templates, we're going to kind of narrow down our favorite templates in the Canva accounts. And then the blogging team will start to pull images from the Facebook page, you know, completed images that we like, as well as use those templates, you know, in the process of making blog posts. So when it comes to video, just think maybe we need to start checking in with people once a week, and you know, to just get some sense of progress on a weekly basis. You know, it's been 2 weeks now that we've been doing video.
Yeah.
You know, it just feels like to a certain. So another idea I had is that I have a video team. You know, that was basically the first team I ever built and hired for. So I was gonna, and once in a while they'll run out of tasks for clients, and then they focus on Seattle web search projects. So I was thinking that, but those never get proved by me because I never have the time. I'm too busy with client work. And I was thinking that I would connect you with Jessica, which is the supervisor for the video team, and she can start to share those projects that have been completed but not proved with you guys. And maybe we can start to focus on editing videos rather than building them from scratch, since that seems to be kind of holding the team back a little bit. So what do you guys think about that? I think just maybe cutting out CoSchedule and cutting out Canva while we focus on video for, you know, at least a week or 2 makes sense, so that we can actually get something done on a weekly basis that we can look at, that we can discuss, and that we can improve on.
Yeah, I think that sounds good.
Yeah, I think because they've been trying to, like, I think they might feel more comfortable with Canva or CoSchedule, so they might be pushing video aside a little bit and just I don't know, not working on it as much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have that same thought. That maybe
Well-
they're kind of using Canva and CoSchedule to procrastinate on the video because they don't feel as certain about how to do that.
Okay. Well, I was recording myself a couple times this week trying to do both Facebook ads and doing Animoto editing, and I'm going to need to edit and proof a bunch of videos over the weekend, so I'm going to continue to do that. And then I thought that in our meetings together, we can just start to make a video together. Like, I have an idea today that I really wanted to do. Google Analytics has, for the first time in like 3 years, released an update. This is pretty big news. So I wanted to kind of do that for a couple of my clients, and then Zoom will automatically record this, and then we can turn this into an Animoto video or 2. And it might be helpful too for training purposes, because we can show this recording to the team and kind of show from scratch how to record your screen. The recording screen thing, you know, obviously you would do it differently. You wouldn't be using Zoom normally. You'd be using the other tools that you guys have found out. But the rest of the process should work for them. So let me share my screen and kind of just go through that. All right, so here's all clean carpets. Log into a website. You go to analytics.google.com. You will see a thing up at the top that says they're welcome to new Google Analytics. And you're going to go to admin. You're going to upgrade to GA4. So in the admin section, you have an account. Under the accounts, you have properties, and under the properties you abuse. Those are the 3 levels. So in the property level, hit upgrade to GA4. You hit, I need to create a new Google Analytics 4 property, and create property. And I think I need to slow down a little bit because I do jump through these steps pretty quickly. So tag installation. There's 2 ways of doing this. Normally you have, or the way I did it with my website was with Google Tag Manager, but I haven't set up Google Tag Manager for all clean carpets, and I don't think I wanted to go through that right now. So I think it's here. Yeah. So this is, oops, the easy way to install Google Analytics. You just take a piece of code they give you and you stick it in the header. Now, how you put it in the header of a website usually differs depending on your setup, but an easy way to do it is with a WordPress plugin called Header and Footer. Come on. Header and footer scripts. I think there's actually a better one. That's not the one I like, but I'm not going to mess with the website because I'm not the web designer. But if you had to do it from scratch, I think it's just called Header and Footer is the one I usually use. Insert header and footer, something like that. Yeah, insert header and footers, 1 million active installations. You know, whereas the other one that I was just looking at only had 100,000. But I'm not going to mess with that right now. So this allows you to put code up in the header and in the footer of the website. And if you read the instructions here, copy and paste this code as the first item into the header of every page you want to track. So I guess I'll put it in front of Facebook. You're gonna save settings. If you have a caching plugin, you know, and caching is just, do you guys know what caching is? Anytime you visit a website, it's going to download a copy to your computer locally. So the second time you load the website, it'll be much faster. And caching plugins allow you to compress those copies, minimize the amount of files, so it's just faster. So you're going to always want to clear your cache from the caching plugin after any kind of website change. And then that's pretty much all you have to do. So I think the hardest part of that whole process is basically just navigating these steps here. So, and then remembering that you need to rename this new one, like something like GA4. Because what happens is it's a whole new setup. Did I just change the? Okay, good. So I want to change the property. So in here, you know, I'm under the account all clean carpets, and this is the old property for the old tracking code, and I'm going to keep that in there because it's a completely new system, which means the data from the old tracking code isn't going to merge into the new tracking code. So this new property is going to look very, very empty. And you don't want to just kind of lose all, you know, you don't want to split the data essentially. So it's better to have your old tracking code with your old property continue to track. And we'll probably change this at some point in the future, but because having double tracking code can theoretically slow down your website. But for right now, it's nice to have one place that I can just look for everything. So this is what the old track, you've probably seen me in here a lot. That's pretty much all you need to remember with Google Analytics is you hit the date and you know, last 30 days compared to 30 days before. There's one thing you learn, that's the thing. He's having a down month because it is Black Friday and everybody's attention is moving to shopping. So good GA4, let me show you. I mean, I don't want to get into it too much. I'm going to send you guys some articles that talks about GA4, but you can just see it looks completely different. It's got all kinds of crazy stuff in here. I haven't had a chance to really poke around. But this is something that I don't think a lot of people are aware of because I mean, I've had this top bar up here for a month, maybe more. I can't even remember. And my brain is trained to ignore these bars because they're normally not important. And then I got hit with, you know, a YouTube video on my SEO account, which made me, do a double take. So I'm going to share this with you guys. Where is it? God, my computer's being slow. Time to nuke something. So the idea is that we can start to use this video kind of as a blueprint for videos going forward. You know, so watch this. You don't have to watch it the whole way through, 9 minutes. You know, I stopped around this point. I don't know how to exactly describe this. This is something that really a web designer should take care of, but I'm not sure many people are aware of this right now. And it's not necessarily going to be useful right now, but in the future, as people kind of, as the industry, I guess, as the world catches up with the features that this new Google Analytics data provides, you know, you're going to want to have data tracked from as far back as you can possibly go. And this was released literally 3 days ago. So the longer people wait, you know, the more it's going to kind of hurt you in the future when there are opportunities to use the data in specific ways. So I'll send this to you guys. I do that one more time with another client. This is really a joke. All right, I'm gonna nuke all of Chrome. Zoom sometimes is just really slow. So you go to analytics.google.com, go to admin, which is in the bottom left-hand corner. You're going to click on upgrade to GA4, which is under the property section. You're going to hit get started. I need to create a new Google Analytics 4 property. You're almost certainly not going to be able to do this. This requires Google Tag Manager. So create property. Tag installation. Tagging instructions, global site tag. So that's the old tracking code right there. I'm going to leave it at the end there for now. I'm going to have to do some speed testing because I don't want it to slow down the website a lot. And then this website doesn't even have a speed plugin, which is a mistake. I'm going to install that real quick. I wonder if Zoom's come out with an update recently, because this is ridiculous. I'm getting off topic here, but this is how easy it is to improve the speed of your website dramatically if you've already got the configuration on one account done. So I'm in, SeattleWebSearch.com right now. I'm going to export my settings and import them into this website. And then I'm going to hit see your GA4 property settings, and then rename it GA4. So you can always tell if Google Analytics is working by going to real time and then just going to the website. So I'm going to drag this onto my other monitor, but this should start to say 1 somewhere in here. Yes, I am located in Kent. It knows where I am. Okay. So something that I've also done recently, I'm going to share this with you guys, is I signed up for Hootsuite. I haven't really used it yet, but the idea is that we're going to kind of use it as, I'm in the wrong place. Use it as a place to organize content. So maybe I'll share it. Actually, I'll just share that with you in a week when I have a chance to fill it up. But I'm going to like put all my clients in there. I'm going to put all my power partners in there, and we'll be able to keep tabs on what everybody else is doing and share their stuff and engage with their stuff. So it's going to be really helpful for when we get to the engagement strategy step. So for right now, I know I looked at Marley's video. Alex, do you have a video for me to look at?
Yeah, I made let me see. I made an Instagram video. You already took a look at my algorithm layering one, right?
Yes, I did. I was working on it, and then I just got busy. So I'll finish making my edits on that hopefully today, if not over the weekend.
Okay. Yeah, I just made one about website fonts, like a really like a shorter one. Do you want me to send it over here or?
So I liked how Marley did it. Marley, how did you just send me the? How did you send me the video? I don't remember where it was.
I just exported it and sent the video directly to you in Skype.
In Skype, that's really good for me. That or just sharing the Animoto link works too. You know, if you go to the video page here, copy that and send it to me. The Skype one's easier because I just hit play, right? And it goes. But either one should work. So this is good. This was a good one, Marley. Let's just publish that. Did you publish it already?
I did, yeah. I might go back, and I didn't have the chance to make like a proper thumbnail for it, so I might go back and do that.
Okay.
But it is up.
Now, thumbnails, for the most part, they're not the most important thing. Again, because what I need to show you guys how to do is do YouTube ads. So what time is it? 12:30. Okay, we have time to do YouTube ads. Just have to figure out the permissions later. And actually, while I'm thinking of this, let me see if I can I'm going to ask Jessica right now where the SWS projects are. Actually, I can find them. God, they have really messed up Zoom. My computer never used to lag on this stuff. This is a joke. This is ridiculous. maybe the easiest way is to literally just go into Animoto and search for SWS. Because you can see that we have had a ridiculous amount of projects that are just kind of sitting there. A lot of them are going to need to be updated. So this score here, and if I can add you guys to it, is a score on a scale of 1 to 5 on how ready Jessica thinks that these videos are to publish. So let me add you guys, Marley. Is it this one at the top?
Yeah, the top one.
But that doesn't really tell you much. Whereas I think if you just search here, we should be able to just search SWS. These ones should be the ones that have been most recently edited. Yeah, I think this might be the best way to do it. And with any video, when you hit play, or not play, you get to the video, video page. So if I go play, never seen that before. Jesus. There should be in the description a link to the Asana task. The link for the page on the website, and then the link to the Asana task. Okay, so let me jump over to Facebook ads, or not Facebook, YouTube ads. Where is it? So I approach YouTube ads I try to keep it simple. So I'll have a testing campaign, and in the testing campaign, I usually run all my videos through it. You can see that for the business, I really haven't been doing much in quite a while. Been basically serving YouTube, our YouTube related ones, Facebook or YouTube ads, and you can see that huge part of the budget goes to that 15-second one. 1 second. If Zoom continues to be doing this, I'm going to have to find an alternative. So this is one reason you want to keep, videos short. You can see that we've got a pretty good retention rate. 60% of people watch the video all the way through when it's a 15-second video. So you're going to want to, obviously, there's two sides to this. A big part of your overall SEO and success in YouTube is based off your retention score. But then there's a second part of the algorithm that absolutely prefers longer videos. The average length is 2 to 5 minutes, and YouTube prefers longer videos because it can serve more ads on them normally. So in general, I would usually, similar to just kind of make a long version of the video, right? Put everything you think that's important in the video, and then we cut it up into smaller pieces, because you were only going to get people to watch on average 20 seconds of the video, people that are actually at their computer. If it's on a second monitor and they're not paying attention, then it's going to play all the way through. which is good for SEO purposes, but at the same time, we're not having a human being put their eyeballs on it. So the quality of the video doesn't even matter. So this video is taking up 95% of the budget, and there's a lot of stuff you can set, but for the most part, the only thing I usually pay attention to is the location. I'm going to target 20 miles around Seattle, so I'm going to get local SEO from this. So I really should have that in the title of the testing campaign. It should be testing Seattle plus 20. And then remarketing is just where normally I don't even focus on a location, because this is where you're targeting warm leads. And the way it targets warm leads is by, you're going to have tracking code on your website, and that tracking code is going to, keep track of people that have visited your website. So that's this one right here. Looks like I have turned off the website retracting. Why is that? Oh well, I'll figure that out later. But so right now it looks like I'm only retargeting YouTube users. So this allows you to skip the bidding war process and serve cheaper ads. Why it's not? I have not been in here in a while. So I need to go in and fix all this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change this from remarketing to high performing, because this is how I do it for my clients. Most people are not at a stage where you can even do retargeting. We should be able to do retargeting. It just looks like I haven't stayed on this. So I'm going to go Seattle, high performing, Seattle plus 20. I will change my location for this campaign to Seattle. The United States, save. And I'm going to go to my audiences. I need to go fix these later. So at this point, it should just serve it no matter what. And so we'll take that video that you just made. SeattleWebSearch.com. And I'll do the Animoto one too. So you go to, basically there's 3 levels in Google AdWords. Your campaign level, which is where you set your audience type, demographics, locations, etc., all like the big targeting things. Within the ad groups are meant to organize your ads based on where people are going to click through, to your website, to your YouTube channel, etc. So every ad group is only supposed to target one place. You can have 10 different ads, but they all have to target the same page or the same YouTube video or the same whatever. If you don't do that, it's going to have a little notification that says destination mismatch. So what I'm going to do here is, where is this video going to? That's also, so it's going to the home page. That's fine for now. That's something we should start improving upon, is every single video, use FAQ to find keywords. Based off the title that I have here, I'd either want to target a page on our website that talks about keywords or a page that talks about FAQs. So we're going to go site Seattle web search. Keywords. So, that one of the, we're going to pick one of the ones at the top. So this isn't really relevant to, but basically what I'm getting to right now is we should probably make a blog post on this subject matter. So I think one of the next steps will probably be me connecting you guys with the blogging team, so that once we've got a video done where you don't have a blog post, the blog team can start to work on that. And I will send that right now to. Did you just do this from the recording? Did you have any websites to reference?
I just did it from the blog team training.
Okay. So I'll do some keyword research later today after my client meetings, and I'll find some example articles, and then I'll kind of create a three-way chat between you, me, and Sophie. Sophie's the supervisor of the blogging team, and then we'll just kind of hash out a process for this. So for right now, I'm just going to do the first one in the series, just so I can move on quickly. Or actually, even better, let's just do, oh, so we do have a series, keyword strategy. We can always update this later. I guess I'm not logged in. It's annoying. All right, I'm just going to do homepage. So we have homepage group already, so I would go in there and hit plus to create an ad. Now you can grab the link, paste it in here, and then this type of ad, a skippable in-stream ad, really only has one thing to put in your final URL. So that's the link that we have in the description. So I'll put in, oops, don't want that. Put in the homepage. And then here, I usually just date, whatever date you start the ad, because when you're looking at the numbers and you have 5 videos, the ad that's been around the longest is naturally most likely going to have the most views if you don't factor in just the performance of what kind of keywords you're targeting. So having the date in the ad name here allows you to determine, oh, this ad's only been running for 5 days and it's already, got half the views that one that's been around for 3 months has gotten. So you can start to gauge which ones are successful that way. So this is really, I think, the only thing to really remember is to make sure you put the ad date there. And then whatever keywords we're targeting is usually goes in the ad name. So for right now, I don't know. I have to do keyword research on this. Let me just kind of Google this and see if I can. I know I've read a piece of content before. I have to go check my Evernote about FAQ pages. I have some, okay, let me take some notes right now. My personal injury attorney, her competitor has an amazing FAQ page. He has the ugliest website ever, but that FAQ page brings him so much SEO. So the personal injury attorney, the home remodeler, their same thing, their competitor has an amazing FAQ page. Home remodeler. So these will all be good examples of how this works. This is a good article too. So what do these pages rank for? Let's see the search engine journal. I think this is a pretty lazy article. They're just going to piggyback on the SEO value of these websites' name recognition. Oh, well. All I wanted to do is find a focus keyword, so. Nope. this is something we're going to probably run into issues with when you're creating content, you know, from those recordings. Focus keyword might not always be obvious. So right, there we go, FAQ best practices. So this will kind of get my foot in the door on an FAQ keyword, and then keyword strategy is going to be just, you know, something that we always like to rank for. It's very central to the business. So that'll be our focus keyword, and I'll try to edit that title to, you know, to fit that keyword, and or I might find another one during some more in-depth research, but I'll just move on for now. So we're going to have a lot of videos, so I'm going to make a third campaign, medium performing campaign. I'll show you kind of how my normal process. So eventually I move, essentially I put all videos into the testing campaign. And then every time I add a video to the testing campaign, or maybe less often, I will then move the most popular video that was previously in the testing campaign out of there. Have I explained this process before? How that, okay, so it frees up the budget. You know, you can see that the YouTube one here is, I think there's one of 4 videos, or actually one of only 2 videos, but this one's eating 95% of the budget, right? And if I don't take it out of here, the new videos that I added, which I don't even think I enabled, are never going to get any visibility. So I will now move this one out of this campaign into the other one. So if you know, since this is a brand new campaign, there's no ad groups in there, the best way to do it is to copy it from the ad group. So I go to the ad group, copy, paste. So I'm going to also add the Animoto one and this one, because that was a good video. And that one, why not? We'll do them all. Okay. So this one is going to the category so I only want to do the one that's running the most, so I will change this, and then I just change the date. So 10/23. I'll do Seattle plus 20. Let's see. So no Animoto ad groups. I'm going to go make one. One second. Always do maximum cost per view bid of 2 cents. So the minimum you can do is 1 cent, and almost always your ad is going to be served for 1 cent. but I put in 2 cents so that if someone out, if there is a competitor, and they're putting in the bare minimum, we're gonna beat the bare minimum, competitor. But I'm not gonna put any higher, because what that turns into is a bidding war, and your ads will just keep getting more expensive. So there's definitely more effective ways to spend your money than to get into bidding wars over at YouTube ads. So take this, skippable in-stream ad. We need an updated blog post for this for sure too. 1023. How to create Animoto videos. That's a good keyword. Okay, so I'll leave these 2 videos for you guys to kind of practice yourself once I get the permission set up. And all right. So yeah, let's use the last 10 minutes to just kind of recap, and let's so I think it makes a lot of sense to let's reach out to the team and tell everybody that, I mean, where do you think everybody is on the making images? Do you think everybody's ready to graduate, or is there anybody that still should be kind of working on that?
I think Kelly's are really good. Anna's, I would say, are still not quite there. Like some of the recent ones she made were more of title images still. And so I wouldn't necessarily say that she has it down, but I would say it's up to you if you want us to just move on from it.
No, I think people need to kind of stick with something until they've, until we see they've gotten as good as they're going to get, or they've kind of, yeah, so if you think Anna's got room to improve, I think we should probably revisit that.
Yeah.
So another thing, this actually does bring up something. We've got all these videos. I really need to log into my account. Oops. I think that could be another good place for people that aren't getting it to kind of do things, is watch the videos, because I've recorded every single one, I've uploaded them all. They should all be in that playlist. To start putting timestamps and to watch the video over, and then kind of, we got to get some feedback on what they're not getting. If they're continuing to make the same mistake, I just need, kind of want to understand why. Sometimes it's just us improving the training, and sometimes it's just slowing down and focusing on 1 or 2 things. So is there like one thing about Anna's work that you think you could narrow in on and improve upon?
Yeah, I feel like I could try to get her to stay away from title images, and then also just some of what she puts in her images don't feel super relevant all of the time. I feel like I've communicated that to her multiple times, but for whatever reason it's not really clicking. So, and I've like given her example images of ones that I've made. And some of hers are better than others, but they're just not very specific most of the time.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just keep things consistent then. This is going to always be the case where some people just get it much faster than others. And I don't want to keep slow the team down by kind of, by staying on one thing. I already do like a lot of the images that have been made. So I think we've kind of met the purpose, which is just understanding the basics of making images. And now I can share those Canva accounts to the blogging team, and I'll get their feedback on things. So let's just move on. Let's just stop the Canva. for now until we've had a chance to get a little bit further through the Animoto process.
Okay.
So
Do you want me to send a message about that to the group now or just update them at the team meeting?
no, let's just send it now. That way by the time we get to the next team meeting, I'd like to have some drafts that we can look over and edit from everybody.
Yeah.
We'll show off your guys' recent videos, like the one that we just posted. And Alex, I'll have finished proofing your algorithm layering one by the end of the weekend. So we'll share those to the group, and then we'll edit the drafts that they have. And that should be a pretty good training format. So stop Canva and co-schedule for right now. Focus on Animoto. Alex, are you working on a video right now, or Marley, are either of you working on a video right now?
I haven't started a new one yet, but I was either going to do that today or on Monday, but I was going to get another one done.
Okay, well, I'm going to send the recording from today's meeting, and let's do one on Google Analytics, on Google Analytics 4. I'm going to send you a bunch of content too, because I actually just did this with the blogging team. In fact, let me do it right now before I forget. And yeah, let's just stay focused on this. So. I'm going to make one myself over the weekend. I really have to, and I'll share access to the Google Analytics 4 with you guys as well, but I don't expect you guys to poke around in it yet. Okay. And the last thing I'm gonna share is the most recent blog team training meeting. I think something that will be very helpful going forward is maybe having the whole team focus on this, is looking at either one of the recent blog team training videos or one of our own team training videos and starting to put timestamps in them. Because the timestamps, I have an example from a YouTuber that I saw recently. It will allow us to kind of, through the timestamps, see where we can cut the videos up and make shorter ones out of them. And so the blog team video this week and for the last 2 or 3 weeks has been really, I think, interesting, because we've shifted away from just creating new content to doing something which personally I've even neglected myself for a long time, which is optimizing your existing content. If you look at Seattle Web Search, and I need to get through this quickly because I have to jump off in 2 minutes. We've got so much content, right? We've got, I think, 10 results per page, 21 pages, so that's 210 blog posts. And I think only maybe 10 or 20 of them perform and get traffic to the website. There's a lot of them that are just right under that threshold of getting traffic, in the 15 to 30 range. And I have a lot of clients that have this issue. So Team Marty is probably my top realtor client. Has same thing, 10 results per page and 49 pages. So that's 490 blog posts. All Clean Carpets, you've already seen this, has something like 500 blog posts. At some point, you got to stop cranking out content because you have all this stuff that just needs a little bit of either refreshing or improving. All Clean Carpets, we've made a ton of videos for them, but not all 490 blog posts have videos. And on top of that, another issue that we run into is when you've got so many videos. Let's see how many he has. So he's got 63 videos. When you're doing $3 a day, you're split, that's your budget for YouTube ads. there's no way your views are you're gonna hit enough views on all your videos. So what's your alternative to ramp up your budget? This isn't something my clients or anybody really wants to do. I don't even believe in that. What you need to start doing is refreshing old content. And so that's what we've been talking about with the blogging team. So for right now, let's just stay focused on the Animoto things. But in our next meeting next week, I'm going to go into a lot more about that. And I think I want to turn that into content as well. Because a lot of it's really helpful stuff, like just updating your subheaders, building internal links, and doing small things to just refresh your content. In some cases, you can recreate the content if it's out of date, but a lot of what I'm talking about is just kind of where you find success on one part of the website, funneling that success into the other pieces of content that just haven't reached that threshold of getting results, which is, you know, something everybody should be doing constantly. But you can see that with SEO, a lot of it's just kind of staying efficient with your time because there's never enough time to get everything done. So I'll let you guys go there because I have to get to my next meeting. And just if you have any questions, go ahead and shoot me on Skype.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.